Who knows what aquaculture is? Aquaculture.
Oh, I know.
Perfect. That's a perfect description. Nope, it is farming under the water. So, we've got an oyster right here. What is its main purpose? Yes. Perfect. So yeah, this shell is going to protect it.
Cleans out stuff.
Exactly. So they clean the water. This is an adult oyster. How many gallons do you think, gallons of water can it filter out in one day? 50. That is exactly right. So this single oyster can filter 50 gallons of water every single day. There used to be so many oysters in the Chesapeake Bay, they could filter out the bay every single week. So every week, there would be a brand new bay. Exactly. And so now, the current population can filter out the entire bay in 1 year. So that population has declined a lot. So that is what oyster aquaculture is aiming to help with. We're trying to amp up that population and get it back to filtering the Bay Area. So I'm going to pass out some of these oyster shells. I want you guys to take a look at them and tell me, okay?
No, it's okay. It looks like...
And tell me what you guys see and notice about them. So they got letters on them. Those are not naturally occurring. They do not know the alphabet. But everything else on there is naturally occurring. All right, here you guys go. Here's a shell. Pass it back, please. Thank you. Okay, what do you guys notice about these shells? Is there anything that you see specifically on them? They are white. Yep. Exactly, that's perfect. Okay. Yes. Okay, who else sees holes on the outside of their shell? Some tunnels, some holes. Okay.
I do.
Yep.
Those are from those animals.
Exactly. So they are from different organisms that lived on these shells before. So some drill worms, some barnacles, even some other oysters have lived on the outside of these shells and made their home there. All right. What else do you guys notice? Anything on the inside?
Black.
Yes. Okay. So lift up your oyster shell if you see this like purple or black or dark spot inside of it. Lift it right up into the air.
Is this where like a small piece of the
Like
oyster is? It's like where others are, it's like small pieces down.
Okay, everyone's oyster should be in the air because every oyster shell has one of these.
Is it like when you pull it out, there's like this part that's stuff?
Yep, exactly. So this is called the scar. Just like you and I, oyster shells can get a scar. And so this is where the oyster was attached with using its muscle. So whenever it detached from the oyster shell, someone took it out, it left behind this scar. So every single oyster shell you ever find is going to have a scar like this. Okay, what do you guys notice the difference between the inside and the outside of the shell?
Rough on the out.
Perfect. So the outside, if you feel it, is pretty tough. And the inside is going to be really silky smooth. That is because the oyster creates its own shell. So it wants a really comfortable place to live. The outside of the shell is going to be really rough to protect it from other predators, like that.
Most likely teeth breaking.
Exactly. Yep. All right. Grab those shells back for you guys. Yep. You wouldn't want to eat that. All right, shells, please. Thank you. Oyster shell. Thank you. All right. Okay, who here has eaten an oyster before? Have you eaten them? You've eaten them? You like them? Do you like them raw or do you like to eat them like fried or something? Yeah. Have you guys eaten oysters ever? Have you guys ever eaten an oyster?
No.
All right, put your hand in the air. All right. Yeah, okay. Hands in the air if you eat an oyster.
What's the difference between a mussel and an oyster?
They're just different shelled creatures.
Oh, I hate clams.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, we are going to learn about what you eat when you eat an oyster. The inside, its anatomy.
Oh, we're gonna make.
So, whenever you look at an oyster, it kind of looks like just a big blob. But they actually have a lot of the same organs that we do. So can you guys tell me some of those organs that we have that oysters have?
We have lungs.
Yeah, so we have lungs since we breathe air, so what are they going to have since they're underwater?
Lungs. Water.
Gills. Okay, gills. Where do you guys think these gills are? On here.
Oh, right there.
Over here?
On that box. Right, you see that?
These are the gills.
No, the big thing. Yeah.
Yep, So right here, this kind of like boomerang shaped thing, that's their gills. They have 4 sets of gills. Okay, they have to be really large. They're a big portion of their body because they work really, really hard. Okay, what else do you think they have that we have?
A heart.
A heart, exactly. Oysters have a heart. So their heart is going to be right here underneath these 2 organs. It's going to be really small, almost like a little pebble, but it serves the same purpose as our hearts. It's the main function that's pumping all of our organs.
They also have like mouths.
That is perfect. Okay. So did you guys hear that? Oysters have mouths. They're called labial palps. Okay? So they're right here. They kind of look like lips.
Yay!
So those lips right here are going to open and close just like you said, and they're going to bring in all that water and all the nutrients that they need to function. They do. So oysters have an anus. So they need this anus to get rid of all of their waste. So that anus is going to be this tube right here. And whenever they get rid of that waste, it's going to go down to the bottom of the reef, and it's going to build up that reef. So even their waste serves a really important purpose. So where do you think all that waste is coming from?
Maybe from, I guess,
Stomach, exactly. All right. So that food, through the labial palps. Yep. Right. So it comes right through the stomach.
Is it anus like the small one?
This too, right here. Yep. Okay, so that stomach, you're going to be able to find that when you open up an oyster almost immediately, because it'll be darker than the rest of the body, because it still has food in it. So what they eat is usually a pretty dark color, so it's going to be able to, you're going to be able to see that right off. All right, what else do you think?
is the entire oyster fully made of tissue and all that?
Yep, so it's all made up of that. What made that scar on the shell that you guys saw?
Muscle.
Muscle, exactly. So they have a muscle, an adductor muscle. So that muscle goes right here. So that muscle, whenever you open it up, it's going to be a white circle, and it has to be really, really strong because that shell needs to stay closed when predators are around, and it has to open up whenever they want to get water in. Okay, we've got 2 more organs to identify. What else do you think they have? We've got some on our head. Hair. That's it. We have hair. They have cilia. So cilia are very small hairs all around the outside of it. So that cilia is going to function like its arms and legs. Because they don't have arms and legs, it's going to start beating the water whenever the shell opens up, and it's going to create a current, and it's going to bring the water and the nutrients in. So we have one more thing to identify. We have it all on the outside of our body. Skin. So we've got skin. Oysters have something called a mantle. So that mantle is going to protect it when the shell is open. It is going to be really smooth and on the entire outside of that oyster. And it's part of the shell.
I also have a question.
Oh yeah, what's your question?
The oyster was like caught by a predator, like the predator, like to the would it like still be alive?
Yeah, so the oyster, if it crushed through the shell, it would probably die. Yeah. Okay, so now that you guys know all about oyster anatomy, you're going to go down to Sarah and learn about farming. Thank you.